So now we'll move on to the problem side. So we have completed the theory portions of spur gear. Then we have also completed the three important derivation. One is law of gearing. Then we have length of path of contact derivation. Then you have minimum teeth required on the pinion in order to avoid interference. So three derivation and the theory, basic theory containing the terms, basic terms, nomenclature, we have finished. Now we'll move on to the problem side. So if you study this part, it is more than enough for you to secure the 20 marks. So we'll see the problem. Problem is very simple if you know all the derivations. So you have some basic set of formulas to get reminded or remember, so that these problems will be very easy for you. And for that I will be giving you the MS Word containing all the important formulas which you need to take care in this module. So we'll go directly to the problem. So you can see the question is asked as you have a pinion having 30 teeth. So pinion is 30, drives a gear. So I told you always the pinion will be the smaller gear and gear or the wheel will be the bigger gear. So small t will be 30, capital T will be 80. So that is given. Now gear profile of the gear is involute. Involute is given. Phi angle, pressure angle phi is 20 degrees given. Module is 12 mm, small m is 12 mm. Then addendum. Addendum means that radial distance. That is also given 10 mm. Now what we have to find out? We need to find out the length of path of contact, arc of contact and contact ratio. So from this question it is very clear that if you want to find out length of path of contact, you need to find out Kp plus Pl. Kl is the that length of path of contact. So if you add the two, you will get length of path of contact. From that you will get arc of contact by dividing the length of path of contact by 5. Then contact ratio you will get by dividing the arc of contact by the circular pitch, that is pi into m. So we have written the given data. Now for first we need to find out the length of path of contact. You know, pitch circle radius r is equal to mt by 2. Substitute the value of r is equal to mt by 2. So we'll get the radius of the pitch circle. So similarly you can find out the radius of the pitch circle of the gear also, r mt capital T by 2. So you got the value. Now we need to get the radius of addendum, RA. RA is nothing but R plus the addendum. So by geometry you should think that addendum plus the radius of the pitch circle will give you the total radius of the addendum, R plus addendum. So just check back the figure, it will be clear for you. So addendum is already given, it is 10. So 180 plus 10 is 190 mm. Similarly RA for the bigger gear, that is also capital R plus addendum. So we have all the things which required for the formula. Kp, length of path of approach. Kp is RA square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. In that, take special care here, the square root is only up to the term containing R square cos square phi. There is no square root for R sin phi. Most of you will do the mistake here. You will take the square root up to R sin phi. So don't do that. Up to only R square sin cos square phi you have the square root. So you can substitute. We have already found out RA value. R value you have in the, we have again found out that. Then phi value it is in the question. Then R sin phi. So you'll put all the value. So you will get the value final answer as 27.3 mm. That is the path of approach. Similarly path of recess. So all the capital letter becomes small letter. You can see instead of capital RA it becomes small RA square minus R square cos square phi minus R sin phi. All the capital letter becomes small letter. So substitute the value accordingly. So we'll get the value as 25 mm. So what is length of path of contact? Contact will be path of approach plus path of recess. So add 27.3 plus 25 will become 52.3. So you got that. So after finding out length of path of contact, we need to find out length of arc of contact. That is nothing but path of contact divided by cos phi. So the value directly you can substitute, will get 55.66 mm. So from that you can find out the contact ratio also. Contact ratio is nothing but that length of arc of contact divided by the circular pitch PC, that is pi into m. Pi, you know the value, into m is module, so you can directly divide 55.66 divided by PC is 37.7. So that you got as 1.5, which is nearly equal to 2. So this is very easy. That's why I told you it is this problems in this module is very easy once you can memorize the formulas, this important formulas of length of path of contact and length of arc of contact. And it is very easy to memorize that also, because I told you length of path of contact is nothing but all the if you study length of path of approach, r a square minus r square cos square phi minus r sin phi, length of recess will be all the small letters. So can add directly and you can get the value. So that is one type of problem. Then another type of problem you can see here. So you can see there is two involute gears, 20-degree pressure angle is given in mesh, number of teeth, the number of teeth on pinion given, and gear ratio is given. So this is little bit different. If the pitch expressed in module is 5 and pitch line speed is 1.2 meter per second, assuming the addendum as standard and equal to one module, addendum is one module given, find the angle turned through by pinion when one pair of teeth is in mesh. Second question is finding out the maximum velocity of sliding. So here also there is one formula you have to memorize in order to find out the angle turned through, and there is a very simple, this formulas are very simple. Similarly, maximum velocity of sliding, there is also one more formula. So I'll show you that. So first of all, we'll write down the given data. Pressure angle is given 20 degree. Small teeth, that is number of teeth on pinion is given. Number of teeth on pinion, it is 20. So 20 small t is 20. Then gear ratio is given. So this is another twisting part. If you have gear ratio, you know that gear ratio is nothing but capital T by small t. That is gear ratio. So gear ratio G is 2. Small t is 20, you can find out the capital T. Okay, so that's how you will find out. Module M is given as 5 mm, velocity is given as 1.2 meter per second speed. Then addendum is one module, and one module is equal to 5 mm. So that is also given. So just keep in your mind, whenever you want to find out the angle turned, you have to find out the length of arc of contact. So length of arc of contact, you have to find out length of path of contact. So same thing will repeat here also. First we'll find out small r, mt by 2. So for that t is given. Then we need to find out capital R. Capital R is again m capital T by 2. For that capital T directly they have not given. So from the formula we can find out the value of capital T, that is G into small t will give you capital T. So that is what they have substituted here. You will find out the value of capital R. Then you can find out RA and capital RA by adding those values with their addendum value. Addendum is given as 5. It is given in the problem. So RA and capital RA, small RA we got. Then we can find out KP, length of path of approach. So after that you can find out length of path of recess, PL, by changing capital by small letters. Then path of contact is KL is equal to KP plus PL, that is 24.15 mm. So you found out that also. Then if you want to find out the length of arc of contact, divide the length of path of contact by cos phi. So you can get the value of that also. So arc of contact also you got. Then angle turned by pinion. So I told you this is the formula. This also you have to write somewhere and you can memorize this. Length of arc of contact by circumference into 360. So length of arc of contact you already found out here, 25.7 into 360 divided by circumference is nothing but 2 pi r. Since it is pinion, 2 pi into r is the small r. So 50 is given. So we'll substitute it. We will get the answer as 29.45 degree. So that is how you will find out that. Now for maximum velocity of sliding, this is the formula. If omega 1 will be the speed of pinion and omega 2 will be the speed of wheel, V, you know the formula, V is equal to omega into R. Similarly, we will substitute that. If you want to find out omega 1, V by small r. Similarly, if you want to find out omega 2, V by capital R. So you will get omega 1 and omega 2, and maximum velocity of sliding, this is a formula, that is Vs, maximum velocity sliding is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into kp. Kp is the path of approach. So substitute the value, you will get the final answer. So this is another type you can expect. So this, if you mainly study these two types, so you can attempt almost all the question which is coming under this section. Okay, so I'm not in detail explaining all the other problems. So most of the problems will be similar to this problem. Now we'll directly go to the another type of problem which you can get, which comes under this part, that minimum number of teeth required to avoid interference. So that one question also I will explain here. Then remaining question you can do by yourself. If you have any doubt, you can contact me anytime. So you can take any problem, like see, I will take this problem, first problem itself. Determine the number of teeth required on pinion in order to avoid interference, which is to gear with a wheel, to give the ratio. Gear ratio is given 3:1, and an equal wheel. So pressure angle is given. Standard addendum of the wheel is 1 module is also be assumed. So minimum number of teeth for a gear ratio 3:1. So teeth is equal to, that formula will substitute directly. So you know, gear G is given, it is 3, gear ratio 3. Then AW, it is a constant, that is given as 1 module, that is what we are assuming. And then phi, pressure angle it's 20 degree given. So yeah, pressure angle 20 degree is given already. Now we can yes, we can directly substitute and get the formula as 16. Similarly, minimum number of teeth required on wheel, if you want to find out, so you can substitute that. See, the second question is equal wheel. Equal wheel means it is having number of teeth is same. Both wheels it is same. So small t and capital T will be, no, sorry, not small t and capital T. The number of teeth on both is having same. Same means G is equal to 1. So the formula get reduced into this manner. So final answer become 13. So this is also another type of problem which you can expect here. So likewise, many problems which is related with this I will give you separately. So this is how you have to approach the problems which is coming under this section. Only basic type of the problems are what they are asking mainly in the question. So if you practice these problems, that will be well and good.